welcome back. You're probably wondering where am I going, as I'm supposed to be sitting down at my computer typing up my my first draft. A couple things. First thing, something I put to the side that now is majorly important that I have to get back to. I forgot to name a couple of my characters. And I know that's something people don't normally think about when they're with the filmmaking process and when they're watching a movie. Like, oh wow, it's probably hard to come up with those people's names. I'm sure people don't really think about that, but yeah, it's true. It's actually difficult. When I first started writing, I sat down and I tried to come up with some names real quick, which I did. And then I said, oh, I don't want to take this process and half do it just to do it real quick. So I stopped. I scrapped the names that I had originally, and I said I will come back to them and make names for the characters once I built their personalities and based the names sort of off of that as much as I could. So now, with that being said, now that I'm done the actual rough draft of the first script, now we're back to that. So with that being said, I'm the type of person that sometimes I get writer's block when I'm indoors. I found that out in college as well when it came down to writing projects. I'm better when I'm somewhere where I feel inspired, or I got to be in the mix. I did a lot of my work in the common areas, and it wasn't a distraction for me. A lot of people wondered how I was able to do that, but it was actually easier for me to work that way. So there were a lot of places that I wrote this movie, and I'm gonna, throughout the process of documenting this, I'm gonna revisit some of those places with you guys and show them to you. I live in Philadelphia. Lots of beautiful places, a lot of beautiful places that I wrote this, and so I think it'll be cool, and I think it'll be a break from the monotony, something else to look at other than just my face in a wall. So, yeah. Seems a bit loud out here, as you probably would expect, but it's perfect for me. Out in nature like I like. Don't feel like I'm missing nothing. I can get some work done out here. Some peaceful scenery for me. Basically took over my wife's iPad. What I need so that I can work, and I'll be out here for quite some time. So I was able to type up everything out there and send a note to myself. So I saved myself a lot of time, because one thing I can't stand doing is something twice, or feeling like I've done something twice. Sometimes it takes me a long time to get back around to that. My opening scene is officially complete, and I can move on to the next portion. So, rough judgment, based off of how long it took me just to write the opening scene. Like I said, I figured I had to take a lot more time than my general scenes, but if I'm on my game and I'm devoting the time that I'm supposed to devote to this, take me a couple weeks to get everything written in my first draft here, give or take. Hopefully I'm even more motivated. It takes me not long at all, but I do want to be very careful and just very, very particular about everything. As you can see with character names, I didn't even want to sacrifice there, and I want to keep that same mindset that I don't want to just skim over anything. I want to make sure I do everything to a T, just to eliminate as much as possible any chance of it not being what it's supposed to be and not being what it needs to be to meet standards. And I just want to feel 100% or as close to 100% about it when I go to turn it in as possible. I know it's not really realistic to expect the first draft to immediately get greenlit without being advised to make corrections or revisions and things like that. But if possible, I would like to turn it in, hear some good news along with the criticism, and not have to worry about making too many changes. I won't be discouraged either way, but I think it would be pretty cool. With this being my first one, I feel like it would be really, really dope that it someone really, really likes it, or multiple people or multiple companies really, really like it, and it would just make me feel really good. So that's what we're striving for here.